So we're back here in FreeCodeCamp, and we're going to be taking a look at checking for palindromes. So what a palindrome is it's pretty much like a word or sentence that is spelled the same both forwards and backwards. And we're also going to ignore punctuation and spacing in case and things along those lines. So how we're going to do this is first thing we're going to do is make a variable called array, and I'm going to make it R for short. And what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to remove all of the punctuation, all of the uppercase letters, and the spacing and things along those lines. So what we're going to do is we're going to say string. So str for short. So we're going to target the string parameter right here, which is I, and then we're going to say replace. So string that replace, and then what the replace does is it takes two parameters: the regular expression of what you want to target to take out, and the second parameter is what you want to replace it with. So if I want to replace it with a number 2, I can do that. If I want to replace it with the number letter 3, letter A, I can do that. But that's pretty much what it would do. It would take whatever you want to target and then replace that with whatever word, number, letter, whatever you want. So in this case, we're going to get the regular expression that we want. So we're going to 2 slashes, and then we're going to end it with the G first off. So what the G does is it targets, globally, pretty much everything that we want to, look for. Then inside this regular expression, we're going to want to add a bracket and then a backslash. And what the backslash does is we want to find everything of this thing that we want to search for specifically. So right after that, I'm going to type down W. W stands for anything that isn't a number or letter, essentially. So that includes, apostrophes, commas, question marks, exclamation marks, things along those lines. And it pretty much excludes all of that except for some reason the underscore. Ask regex.com, not me. So, in order to also target the underscore, we're going to, just type down underscore. So that's our regular expression. Our second parameter is just going to be an empty string. We want to replace it with an empty string. We're just, we just don't want it at all. We don't want to replace it with anything. Now after we filter that out, we're going to find any uppercase letters, and then we're going to turn that to lowercase. So we're going to say to lowercase, and we don't have to put anything into that function. The last thing we're going to need to do is split the whole word by each letter, and I'll explain why we need to do that when we get to the return. So we're going to say split, and then we're going to split it by each letter. So we're going to put an empty string. Now that we have that, I actually want to show you what it looks like. As I said, it's going to look like an array. So if I type down run tests, what am I doing? Return array. So if I run tests, I get EYE, all of it in an array. So how this is going to work, why I did this is because I want to take that array, I want to reverse everything that's in there, and then I want to conjoin them back together. So it'd be reversed. So how I do that is I'm going to leave that array there, add a join, and then I'm going to join it by each letter. So the result is going to be I. Next, I'm going to add the comparison operator, and then I'm going to compare it with the same thing, just reversed. So I'm going to say array dot reverse. Doesn't need any parameters or anything like that. And then we're going to add join, and then we're going to join it by we're going to join it by each letter. So when we reverse it, it's going to appear reversed. If it's a palindrome, then it's it's not going to look reversed. This would reverse our word, the word that we put into the function, and then this one would keep it the same. And then we're going to compare it, and if it's a palindrome, if they both look the same, then we're going to return true. If it doesn't, it's going to return false. So let's go and run our tests and see if this is right. So problem is right, and we get true for I. So let's say if we would to type down not a palindrome, we would get false right over here. Let's say we want to do race car, we get true. So that's pretty much it, and I'll see you in the next video.